Week. And the 6K is underway. We're running a race. We actually started 2 minutes early. And the race is underway. Well, we did not get a clock on this. We did not see them at the start line and ready to go. But fortunately, our crack crew of Western Oregon TV did get the clock going. So you get to watch that in the UAA runners. Up front, Chalima, Jipchumpa. Kimberly Casilla was 10th here last year. She won the 5K at UNLV, went 9:22, a senior, so she's a third-point scorer. But against Simon Fraser with Ribeiro, Townsend, Willett, Kaiser. In Western Washington, we didn't even get to their youngsters. The sophomore Jane Barr, Rebecca Lehman, freshman out of Spokane University High, Tracy Melville, the junior. They're all capable. Now let's talk about how the course is going to be run. It's a little different look than the men's race because we're running 6K. So this starts with 2 big straightaway runs. This group is running basically 800 meters down and then 800 meters back. So we're running all the way to the creek on this first loop. There's essentially 4 loops to get to 6K. So they're going to go all the way to Ash Creek. So they're slight downhill right now. Then they'll turn around and come back up the hill. And again, it'll be that steady 800 meters, half of it uphill, coming back to the start area. And you see the UAA runners and one of the Simon Fraser runners right off the bat. And here we come to 1K. It'll be actually part of the way up the hill. You can see the flag way out there in the back stretch, or it'll come into the frame here in a moment. Yeah, this is one of those spots where the athletes disappear because it's a little elevation dip down to Ash Creek. Now you see the lead vehicle, and here comes our group.
You can just see the runners.
So the men were running 3-minute kilometers. One will be about 3:30. And here comes the K mark. You'll see the blue flag in a moment. UAA Simon Fraser up front. There's 1 kilometer and 3:30. So again, they're uphill at this point. It's going to level out in probably another 200 meters. And then they will come back the second time. Again, running on the grass, the starting zone. And then they will run backwards on the bumps. So the women will run the bumps only north-south, so they'll come at us twice. So there's an excellent speed opportunity here. So we saw a great time, a PR for our men's winner, Karui. He was pretty excited about that. And also about the championship. UAA men have already won a championship today. Can the women sweep? UAA women, 8-time champions. They won 8 of the last 9. Seattle Pacific has won 5 times. Simon Fraser once. So we got a breakaway group, about 20 out there. And Seattle Pacific's got some runners up there. Remember, Seattle Pacific's in the mix. They got a super freshman, Kaylee Mitchell, who's from right here in Salem, or just we're near Salem, Oregon. She ran for Sprague, was 4th at the OSAA Championships a year ago. Won the Central Washington race, went 18:03 for 5K, and has a 22:01. So keep an eye on 176. And now we're back on the straightaway again, second time on the grass. And again, wonderful condition of this course here at Ash Creek. Nice firm footing on the grass straights. So UAA running 1, 2, 3. Seattle Pacific is 4, 6. Seattle Pacific has their 2 up front. So UAA has those green shirts up where they want to be. It looks like they have all 5 in the top 20 right now. So they're setting themselves up. So watch for Simon Fraser. Now, Simon Fraser teams tend to push from behind. You saw their guys. They were in 3-4, of course, finishing second of a team competition. Just could not crack the 2 UAA runners. If they could have broken through that, that would have changed that team title. But here they come to 2K. You'll see the flag in a moment. 3:30 for the first 1,000. And there's the flag. So 6:48. And again, these are unofficial splits, but we pick up the pace a little bit to a 3:18. So it's been easy so far on the straightaways. That's about to change. This will start sorting things out. Our lead group dropped under 10 now. So keep an eye on the second group, because I think you're going to see a lot of the team stories shaping up outside of these leaders. But UAA running up front. The Seawolves looking for the sweep. That snow last, was it Monday in Anchorage? They got out of town just in time for the conference championship. Of course, the regional meet coming up in 2 weeks. It'll be in Billings. Montana State Billings is hosting. And of course, for that time in November, it should be nice and dry. Could be a little windy below the rim. And Nationals 2 weeks after that in Pittsburgh. So here we go on the bumps, the Beagley bumps. The man-made hills, which add just a little bit of variety. You saw the guys had to traverse this 4 times. All right, now we have a Simon Fraser runner going to the lead.
Simon Fraser will run 8th in the nation, 8th in NCAA division in the national poll.
They'll hit the 3K when they get back down to the start area. That'll be the halfway point of this race. Now a little wide turn to the east, and now we'll bring them back. Come right in front of us here. It's our best look.
Last anchor drink 10th. Simon Fraser 8th. Last anchor.
And it is Seattle Pacific now. 1 and 3. And it's pretty close together. 1 or now 2 as UAA retakes the lead. So we have 2 Seattle Pacific runners, 2 UAA runners. And it is Chilimo and Jeptu for Seattle Pacific. Lilly and Mitchell. There's Kaylee Mitchell we talked about earlier, and for Central, right in the middle of it, there's Alexa Schindrick. All right, here come the Simon Fraser runners here. 1, 2, they got 3 up there. No, that's Northwest Nazarene. There's your 3rd Simon Fraser going by. You're seeing them as I see them as they come up over the rise. This is the highest part of the course. So Simon Fraser's got their 5 in decent position right now. Seattle Pacific's 4 and 5 are trailing. And I think we saw the 5th UAA. I think UAA is looking in pretty good shape right now as we come to the halfway point. So it'll be how much ground can Simon Fraser make up? Now again, there are more entries than will score. Simon Fraser has 10 runners on the course right now. And we'll come down to 3K here. We've actually passed the 3K. They did that at the bottom, right? Just moments ago. So that was about 10 minutes. So another 3:15. And now for the 3rd time, they run on the straightaway. Now this time, they will do the tough stuff first. They will go straight down again to Ash Creek. They'll come back through the bumps, come by us one more time, and then the finish is pure drag racing. They'll go wide to the west and do 800 down and 800 back to the finish. So the finish for the women's race really favors speed. So we were halfway through at about 10:05, and then again that puts us on very good pace, low 20s. And the fastest, what have we seen? Chalimo's 21:15, I think is the fastest in the conference this year. So getting under 21 is going to be pretty sweet for everybody. So again, they'll hit the 4K right by us, actually. And then we'll start shaping up for the finish.
And go downhill on the west side of the course, then back up the middle.
So again, the race now disappearing down in Ash Creek. And we'll get a look at them again. There's your lead vehicle. They're just coming up now. Again, lowest point of the course here. And what stands to be, again, the wettest part, if there was any place where you'd have water near the track, it's here. But again, we've done really well. Had that little bit of rain on Thursday night, but we've really kind of gotten away with it here the last couple of weeks, and that's kept this course in excellent condition. You can see as you traipsed around here this week, did a good job filling in some spots with sand, and the bumps are great. You know, sometimes you get a little wetness collecting at the bottom of our eyes. That is not the case. So this now is the last time the athletes will come this way. The finish will be again to the west and on the straightaway. You see the 4K flag right there, so that's going to be our split coming up. There's the lead vehicle. And again, your Seattle Pacific runners, strong up front, Kaylee Mitchell, Kate Lilly. Lilly the junior, Mitchell the freshman we talked about, and again the local. Comes from Sprague, which is literally dead east of us, about 10 miles. Hills south of Salem. All right, there we go. It's 14. So he slowed down quite a bit on this kilometer. And again, this is the last guts part of the course. So now it is one of the UAA runners, and it looks like Shindruck has moved into the second spot from Central. Looks like UAA 1-3 right now. It's Chalimo, Shindruck, and it's Nancy Jeptu, not Jepchumba. Jeptu in the third spot. Chalimo running pretty free and easy right now. Mitchell now has pulled away from her Seattle Pacific teammate. Mitchell's in the fourth spot. I got to tell you, Chalimo looks really comfortable in the front. She was only one of those four not laboring. Now here comes Simon Fraser with Kaiser. Talked about the marathoner. There's Willett and Townsend. So SFU's got three in good position right now. McCormick for UAA. Going to be important in the point scoring. Walter now for Seattle Pacific. Another Simon Fraser runner. That's Ribeiro. So where's that fifth Simon Fraser? Western and Simon Fraser have numbers right now. Here's Shinnick for Western. Here's two Seattle Pacific runners. Western Washington in pretty good position right now. 5 of the top 20. So Western's got numbers back in the pack. All right, the hills are over. Now it's how fast can you go? And remember, the hill here on the straight, most of this is downhill when they're running on the west side. It's not quite the same grade when they come back up down the middle to finish. Now this is it, down to the final 2K. Western Washington, Simon Fraser. Look like they're going to be the team story. UAA and Seattle Pacific are going to be close for third. I want to remind you that Under Armour is the official apparel supplier of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference office. They're also a proud sponsor of GNAC Championship events. Under Armour turns wish into will. Chalimo now separating as they head to 5K. 5K marker further down the stretch here. Now again, they're going downhill just a little bit, very gentle. So Chalimo, 8th at the NCAA championships last year. Or 8th at GNAC last year. Top 30 at the Division II championships. And again, she just looks really comfortable out there. Someone's gonna, and I'll tell you, Schindruck is hanging in because she's kept the margin there, but she's been laboring a little bit more. All right, so we're past 5K, mid-17s. So now it's going to be a little tighter, but they're going to be right at 21, which is still very impressive. They're not going to be a mid-20 now, but they're going to be 21 low, which is pretty nice. Chalimo's got a 21.15 already this year. Ran that at Western Washington. So Chalimo's right in there for her season best. So again, as we show you the finish line, we'll start counting. We'll start counting the finishers, see if Western can maintain what they have. So this is it, last time down to Ash Creek. There's the turn, and now it is headed south all the way to the finish. Chalimo, big separation now. But Schindrick not yielding at all. She's continuing to crank it. Look at the margin to third. You can't see third place. So Schindrick, who's had a really nice senior year. She's two-time runner of the week in the GNAC, 4th in Willamette at 5K, and 3rd at Lewiston, also in 5K, some mid-17s. So Schindrick showing speed. There you see Chalimo's margin. Schindrick still in second.
Upgrade run
And you can see a lot of the men's athletes racing down to encourage their teammates. And here comes Emma Chilimo. Now she's got a sense of the finish. They're going to straighten it back out here. And as you make the bend, you will see the chute. And all that hard work comes to pass. There she goes. Emma Chilimo, 8th a year ago. And she's going to go, boy, she's right at 21. Let's see if she can break 21. Emma Chilimo to the finish. She's going to be right at 21. Still the chute. And the chute narrows up. This is where it gets fun. You can hear the fans. And there's the finish line. She's just over 21. Let's see if she can beat her 21:15. I think she will. And as you can see, the official clock, she's a little behind that. Our timer's not exactly right. She's right about 21:30. But Chilimo, a convincing win. And look at Schindruck's finish. And third, I believe that's going to be our Seattle Pacific runner, Kaylee Mitchell. Oh, no, that was Mitchell second, Schindruck third. I don't know if that's right. I didn't see that with the uniforms. I think Schindruck's really second. So officially they're showing Schindruck third, but that'll get corrected. 21:15.5, so Chilimo ran exactly what she did earlier in the year to win the championship. Now Mitchell. Schindruck, 2-3. Willett got up for fourth, so let's look at Simon Fraser here. Simon Fraser is fourth, 7th with Townsend, 8th with Kaiser. That's it in the 15. UAA, of course, 1, and then Jep Chumba was 9th. I think we also had Jep2 up there. Yeah, Jep2 was 5th. And then Jep Chumba 9th and McCormick 10th. Now we saw those, but I don't know where the 5th UAA runner is. Hasn't finished yet. Simon Fraser again, 4, 7, 8. How about Seattle Pacific? They've got numbers. Oh, 16th, Ribeiro. And Dodd, 25th. I think Simon Fraser got their 5 across. Let's check on Western Washington here. So I got Simon Fraser with 60 points. Let's look at Western Washington. They had nobody in the top 5, but they had everybody together. Galvez was 11th. Barr 15th. Conrad 17th. Melville 23rd. And, oh, Shinnick, Peyton Shinnick got 20th. Held the phone. 86, so I think Simon Fraser has done it. I think UAA just not getting their 5th in there. It looks like unofficially Simon Fraser has won the championship. And of course we'll be hearing from Emma Chilimo in just a few minutes. I have to check on that second place. It sure looked like Schindruck held that second position. All right, here's UAA now. Oh, UAA has won the championship. UAA has won. Chilimo first, Jep2 5th, Jep Chumba 9th, McCormick 10th, and Ruth Cavankera 24th. Simon Fraser had 60 points as we had it. Willett, Townsend, Kaiser, Ribeiro, and Dodd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 16th, and 25th. And Seattle Pacific has 63. And they're still scoring Mitchell a second. Lilly 12th, Walter 13th, Holmberg 14th, Thompson 22nd, and then Western Washington 4th with 86 points. Galvez 11th, Barr 15th, Conrad 17th, Shinnick 20th, and Melville 23rd. Central Washington was 5th, led by Schindruck at 3rd, scoring 3rd. Solheim 6th, Matson 30th, Madison Child 34th, and Delaney Clem 46th. Then Northwest Nazarene, Western Oregon 6th and 7th, Concordia 8th, MSU Billings 9th. Although, there's still points scoring. We don't have 5 on. We don't have all those points yet, as we still have finishers coming across. But it's UAA with a Seawolf sweep of the men's and women's championships. Wesley Kirui and Emma Chilimo. And we'll have Emma on with us here, and then we will take you down to the finishing area after we get everybody across the line. And Tom Heinen gets to hand out all the trophies and medals. So we're just standing by for our individual champion. We'll get Emma up here. So give a team story. Alaska Anchorage 49. Simon Fraser 60. So UAA has now won 8 of the last 9 men's championships and 9 of the last 10 women's GNAC championships. And we got more great GNAC TV coming up later today. This afternoon, join us from Portland for the Women's Soccer Championship. Todd Pickett's there. Concordia, Western Washington, like it is every year. Those two great programs go at it for the Women's Soccer Championship. Both teams headed for postseason. And, of course, Simon Fraser men, #1 in the country, will be carrying the banner for the league in Division II postseason as well. Again, the regionals coming up, the Western Regionals in cross country in GNAC country. We'll be in Billings in a couple weeks at Almond Park. And Nationals, of course, down the road in Pittsburgh. And we'll have our winner here in just a moment as Emma Chilimo making her way to us.
For the whole team and the top 10 individuals, and we'll do that on top of the berms. Canopy on top of the berms. We'll start with the berm course. And we'll identify several individual awards, including Freshman of the Year and Newcomer of the Year, and those will be based on today's results.
As far as I know.
There's Livingston from Billings.
Out on the course, you can see our last runner coming across. We'll visit with Emma here in just a moment as we complete the field. And that closes things out. And now the fun part coming out. We're going to hand out some trophies and some medals for all our top individuals. And then we'll get ready again to head for Billings and the regionals. So we'll get everybody across the line here. And we'll visit with Emma in just a couple of minutes.